Welcome back for part 3 of this marathon event. Thank you, glad you could find us from up there somewhere. Hope you're up there somewhere. Now this takes us to the other part that's going to obviously be our weekly segments or fortnightly segments, and this is the hand of the day.
Hand of the day!
Sorry. That was a really good... I was thinking I should really make a sound over for this. You are the sound over guy.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, I'll get straight into this. This was a hand where Big Rob and Cal both got eliminated, and it was involving Jared. Basically, the hand went... We're talking at the 15-30 level, 15 small blind, 30 big blind. Jared, who was under the gun, so he's one to the left of the big blind, he limps in for 30. Cal, who's about 2 away, pushes all these chips in. Unfortunately for him, that's only 45. So there's not much going on there.
Sounded better though.
Yeah, exactly. Big Rob in the big blind calls the extra 15, and as does Jared. So we're looking at a pot of 135 going to the flop with one all-in player, which is actually a fairly big key in this hand. The flop came 9-5-4 rainbow and went check to both the guys who still had chips. The turn, this is the turn, and this is the important part. The turn was the ace of spades. Now all of a sudden, Big Rob bets 80, and Jared flat calls the 80, making the pot 295. Then the river was a complete and utter blank, so we're thinking 10 or something like that. And actually it wasn't a 10, it's garbage. It was something blank, it didn't particularly matter. Big Rob pushed all his chips into the middle with this card for 290. Leaving Jared with the decision. It was all but 20 of Jared's chips. And he thought seriously for about 2 or 3 minutes for it. It was a very big decision, and everyone wasn't complaining that it was taking so long because it was a huge call by him. Eventually he called. Jared flips up ace-10 for top pair 10 kicker. Big Rob shows ace-7 for top pair 7 kicker. The 7 plays. Big Rob is eliminated, as is unfortunately Cal. And Jared takes the pot with ace-10. Now, I don't know about you, Keithy. I want to talk about river play and the bet on the river by Big Rob for all his chips in the river. When you think about poker, it's a game about information. The information is that nothing's happening until the ace hits. Big Rob bets 80. Jared flat calls the 80. I don't know about you. When there's a side pot and there's an all-in player, there's nothing to be gained from Jared to call unless he has an ace there. He's got to have an ace. He's going to have an ace in every single situation. Yeah. Now with ace-7, when nothing hits on the end, when you think about river betting, river play, you have to make a decision because there's no more cards to come. There's no implied odds. There's no pot odds. It's not maths. It's nothing. River is easy. You're either betting because you're betting for value, trying to get chips out of your opponent, or you're betting because you're trying to bluff them out of the hand. There's one of two things that you're doing. Now, if you have ace-7 and you know your opponent has an ace, what is the value of going all in?
Nothing.
There's no value in going all in there because he's either got you beat or he doesn't, and quite frankly, he's got you beat more often than not because he's the undergun raiser. I mean, I don't know if Jared's even playing with less than ace-7 with an under the gun limp. I just think that Big Rob blew all his chips. Where if instead he on the river checked, I think Jared's going to check behind him with only ace-10, quite frankly.
Possibly got away with the check. I guess maybe Big Rob thought that it was his opportunity to push his chips in to try and make Jared really think hard, which, as you said, he did think hard about it.
He certainly nearly folded Jared, and I don't know if that was what was going through Rob's mind, though. I don't know if he had a plan on the river. He didn't have a...
I had a plan. I want to win again.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes a good way to win, Timmy.
Just coin flip it.
And there's sometimes a bad time to win. And I think that early in the game...
Well, it wasn't early. It was 15:30, so it was quite late. But I mean...
But we still had only 3 people out of that stage.
Yeah, that's right. And
pretty much.
And I've got to say, with the bet, with a hand that is middling of the range, like, it's not a super strong hand, it's not a super weak hand. You're either really, really, really far in front, and you're probably not going to get a call, or you're really, really, really far behind, and you're going to get beaten by a call. So probably checking is the best option for Big Rob. Aggression on the river is not always the way to go, in my opinion, and that's the hand of the day. And by the way, Jared, fantastic call, by the way. Ace-10, ballsy, good work, my friend.
We didn't even have to bleep that out. He bleeped himself. We don't need a bleeper. We've got Peter. So, bringing us to, we've got Peter 2. Big
Do- do-
Wiggy.
Do I get? Do I
Sound
get?
over?
Big? No, no.
Let's try.
Wiggy plays bad.
Big Wiggy plays bad, bad, bad.
Honestly, I don't think I played too bad this week. I got into a hand at the 2-5 level with Elise. I had Ace King. There was a limper in front of me, so they limped to 5. I raced to 20 with Ace King. Elise was in the big blind. She called the 20, flat called the 20, and the limper folded. The flop came out completely raggedy. I didn't hit it. Elise bet 20, so she's betting less than half the pot. I've got 2 overcards. I don't know. I think I have to call with Ace King there. Maybe I could have folded. Yeah, turn those lights back on. But then the king came on the turn, giving me top pair, top kicker. Elise pushed all in for 70 into a pot, which is just over the pot. I've got top pair, top kicker. I don't think I can fold, quite honestly. Which unfortunately left me with 34 chips, 34 at the 5-10 level.
So hang on, is that the only hand you'd played so far?
No, I played
Played
quite a few. I mean, I was down to about 180 because I tried to bluff out the tightest man in the world. Weber to my left, which is probably a bad play in itself. But anyway, at 34, I was able to quadruple up with my queens when my queens turned to set against Gareth Kings, which was quite lucky. But still, I would have been upset if the best hand I had forever got beaten by.
Oh, it hurts to lose with queens.
Yeah, it does.
It hurts.
But anyway,
You never lose his queen.
When I have 2 of them, I do. When I have 1 queen, I always hit 3 of them. When I have 2 queens, I get beaten by kings or something other shit
So
like
just
that.
a thing to everybody, if there's queens on the board, fold.
Well, go right ahead. Fold. I like it.
Yeah.
Queens works.
I got up to about 155 at the 7-15 level, so I had less than 10 times the big blind. And the way I play is that if I've got around 10 times the big blind, if I'm playing a pot, then I'm playing it for all my chips. So at that point, at 155, I did not play another hand until, I don't even know what the level was. It was like 20-40, so I didn't play for an hour or so.
So is that perhaps the big wiggy plays bad?
I don't think so, personally, because if I'm limping, then I'm limping for more than 10% of my stack, and then I'm just spewing chips, in my opinion. I think you have to play tight if you don't have the chips to limp around. I like the limping a lot, like especially if there's a lot of limpers on the table and you don't have to get into trouble.
Pots big early.
Exactly, but when it gets late and you have less than 10 times a big blind, you need a showdown hand, a hand that can win a showdown, which I eventually got with pocket 7s, running into Gareth's ace jack. And every time I run into Gareth in a coin flip situation, Gareth wins. This time it was sicker than usual because it went 10, 10, 8. Yes, I'm good. And then it went 8 again, counterfeiting my pocket 7s, which was sick. But I was out, and that was Big Wiggy plays bad.
So there's not really a big wiggy plays bad.
No, I think I played okay. Quite
Big
honestly.
wiggy played good.
Yeah, but I mean,
That'll be a first.
But we just can't call it Big Wiggy plays good, so we're going to call it, still going to stick with Big Wiggy plays bad, but he played good when he was playing bad, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
yeah.
So I'm going to take a quick opportunity here to mention that the website, Miller's All-Stars, which I'd really love to remember the address, but I can't.
It's
But
not
on
like
the
Sniggles.
events.
How good's that?
Yeah. If you're wondering about the lights, it's because my neighbours have a garage door remote control that probably works on the same frequency as my remote control lights. So they're winding their door down, and I'm putting it back up again. I'm going to take the opportunity now to mention the website. Again, we've already mentioned it a couple of times today. However, on the website, you'll notice a sponsors page. If anyone has sponsors out there, their dad owns a business, they own a business, or anyone they know owns a business who wants to put it on there, feel free to let me know, and I will try and put an image and a link to their webpage. What I'm probably looking for, however, is any business who wants to offer a discount to the Miller's All-Star players. And I guess the way the discount will work is you mention that you're a Miller's All-Star player at the time of calling for an appointment or arranging a quote or anything like that, and that particular business will offer a discount which I can advertise on the website. So I guess just a good way of drumming up business for anyone who wants to be on there. Enough about that. Fortunately, we're going to another segment. We've just been laughing because we're not sure on Facebook, sorry, not Facebook, on the website that I've just been plugging so well. We're not sure if the video is going to be over there, up there, or down there.
It might be.
So we know the video is going to be somewhere. So wherever the next link is, to look at the next video, click that way now.